about our Father's business.
Grind mode,
Filled with His Holy Spirit.
that's a cheat code.
Holiness the standard.
We never fold.
We about to make a scene.
Episode.
About our Father's business.
Yo, we are back. Episode 42 of season 2 of the Not the Same Podcast. I did remember I was thinking about the season 2 part that got me messed up. My seasoning was off. Yes, episode 42 of season 2 of the Not the Same Podcast, hosted by this one word, C-Micah, and that one word over there, Mr. Rob Redeem. Yes, we were not here yesterday. Look, Rob had some things to tend to. I was working a lot, and, you know, we is grown, and sometimes it happen, man. But we are back live in effect, and we was going to have a show on Tuesday, but I contacted my brother on Tuesday and said, hey, man, it is Valentine's Day. Some people be having their little bae situations. They probably have to eat or whatever, man. It may not be a good time to have no show. We was ready, but hey, man, we wanted to be respectful of people's time. So, you know, that's why we didn't do that. What's up, D? Good to see you, sis. She back. D? We back. I hope you enjoyed your trip, sis. You know what I mean? On that vacation life. Salute to you. But anyway, what's up, bro? How you doing, man?
Hey, slow motion. Hey, look, hey, D, I apologize. I thought you knew. You know what I'm talking about. I thought that was conveyed to you, sis. But welcome back. Welcome back to the States. I'm good, brother. Just over here, you know, maintaining and pushing and pushing through.
Yeah, man. So if y'all have been watching the show, man, y'all keep my brother Rob lifted, man. Sometimes when this weather switch up crazy like St. Louis weather do, man, it kind of affects my brother's immune system a little bit. But he is overcoming through victory in the name of Jesus. He ain't confessing nothing wrong, but when you get through it, he can't even do the Jesus. I got you, brother. But he overcoming in the name of Jesus, and he gonna that one word. I almost said it. That one word gonna be all right though. He'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? So if you see him over there making them faces, he coughing. But hey, we here, man, live and direct. What's up, Miss Dingle? Good to see you, sis. Good to see you. All right, man. Anyway, man, let's get it started, man. Rob, I got a question for you, my brother.
Yeah, man.
What's good?
All right, Rob Dean, my brother from another mother, like my homie Larry Rogers on the west side. Some say it's the best side, but I dwell in the Midwest. But I be careful on the west side of St. Louis, tuck in your chain. Man, my brother, what's good? What's good with you, bro?
What's good with me is my voice came back, as low as it is, a little bit. my voice came back. I can't go normal talk, but I'm back so we could do the show, man. And I'm grateful. You dig what I'm saying? It's been a long year already, but I'm pressing, brother. What's good with you?
What's up, Mr. G? First of all, man, yes, I'm glad to be back. I'm ready to go back to Mexico, man. We had a great trip a few weeks ago, and I keep talking about it because it was so good, one word, in a way. But, yeah, man, what's good with me, number one, man, you see the shirt I got on? Marvel, right now. Tonight, there's another movie that's been released. You may not care, but I do. So I'm going to see the Ant-Man and Quantumania and all that good stuff. Soon as the show is over, me and wifey gonna go enjoy that and see what's up with that. Miss Mac, what's up, Miss Mac? How you doing, sis?
Miss Mac,
good
what's
to see
going
you.
on?
Miss G, maybe bonjour, Barry White. Yeah, man. Bonjour. Yes, that brother voice already deep anyway.
I don't have a choice tonight.
Miss Sharon say you a trooper, Rob. Yeah, you know that brother gonna do what he gotta do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a little something.
Lord help my brother. I mean, but yeah, man. Hey, man, it's so good to be back. Like we said last night, Rob had something to do, family situation, man, and I was really busy at work, man. I did not. You said, hold on, brother. You stopped the pressing. Go ahead.
No. My what's good? I got to give a shout out to my son Dominic, bro.
Oh, okay, go ahead, bro.
So,
go in.
Last night, you know what I'm saying, was his senior night. He played. He's on the varsity squad.
Yep.
High school. You know what I mean? He plays for Jennings, and they didn't come out with the dub. But what he did do was he started, and he did what he needed to do on the court as far as the lockdown. But, you know, shout out to Dominic, man, and congratulations on his senior night last night. Definitely was live and direct last night as we supported him.
Big salute to Dominic, man. I know that's Rob's son. Man, I'm proud of him, man. He did something that I did in high school. I think Rob mentioned it to him when he had to make a switch up of schools or whatever, man. I had to do that when I was in high school because if you play sports, sometimes you good don't mean you good enough to be on the team, but it don't mean you really ain't good enough. Sometimes coaches just got their picks. You know what I mean? And coaches are stubborn and they see things in a very narrow way. And the high school team I played for, man, me and my homeboy Carlos, salute to you if you watching, man. We murdered the starting five in the trials. Like, embarrassed the starting five. I'm talking about back when dudes wasn't dunking all the time and smacking boys with something. I'm talking about I'm trying to crack the backboard, talking crazy to him, and he didn't pick neither one of us. Both of us went to different high schools and started and played that team and beat them. So, you know what I'm saying? I understand what your son is going through, but it's part of it, man. Part of the young hoop life, man. When you young, hooping is everything, and when it don't go the way you don't want to go to, it can make you feel bad. But, hey, there's always other opportunities, man. And listen, I didn't really get my big opportunity till I got to college, and I went to college for Bible college, but they actually had a basketball team, and I ended up starting, and, hey, I was All-American. So God can do it. So to my nephew, Dominic, if you see this, don't quit, bro. It can still happen. You know what I mean?
I wasn't All-American, but I've hooped
What's
all
up,
over
Toy?
America.
No.
I'm gonna take over, bro. You just sit there. Everybody giving congrats to your son, man. So, hey, man, big salute to
Yeah,
your
but let
son,
them
for
know.
real.
What up, Toy? Hey, man, don't note me, man. I done hooped out here in these streets.
You know what I'm
East
saying?
Coast, down south, West Coast.
I'm saying? I hooped all over the country. You know what I'm saying? It might not have been for a team, but it was on the team. You get it when you get home. All right, man, let's get into this fake segment, man. We got a good one tonight, man. We're going to be back like we never left. Check it out.
Me, nigga.
Fake segment. All right, man. This is one that's probably touchy for a lot of people, man. A lot of people within all communities, not just the black community. A lot of communities deal with this. Should people be allowed to stay on public assistance as long as they qualify? And what this is mean, and my wife actually came up with this question, and I think it's great because she's in the mortgage business. What this mean is if you get public assistance, like you get what would they call it? When you get the card, when you get the groceries cheap, EBT card. Or it's another word for it, WIC. Yeah, if you get WIC or whatever you call it, if you get that for going on tough times, should you be allowed to stay on it just forever? Like you just live on that joint? Should you be allowed to, or should it be, or the other way, should it be for a time till you get on your feet, level up, and then you move off of it? What you think, bro? And everybody in the chat, obviously.
Right. First, I'm gonna tell you, nope. You shouldn't be able to make a living off of it.
No.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not knocking it because I've gotten food stamps. I got emergency assistant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And our family has been on it before, but it's a means to get you to a spot so that you can move forward. It's not for you to stay on the system, milk the system, and you never do nothing in life. But unfortunately, certain communities, and believe it or not just the black community.
No, not just the brothers.
It's we are truly the minority when it comes to public assistance. So please don't believe a lot of media try to put you on, because we are the minority when it comes to it. We just see it more because that's what we're around.
Right.
But absolutely not, bro. Like it should not be that's your job. And you keep having kids so that you can get more food stamps, and then you can sell it. You know what I'm saying? You can sell your food stamps, and which I'm not opposed to y'all selling them. Holla at me. No.
You know what?
But
for real. But anyway, carry on, brother.
No, but all jokes aside, it's a means so that we can get better. Unfortunately, folks get lazy, and it's just so much easier just to sit home knowing you're gonna get that monthly increase, if you will. Go ahead, C.
I think it's absolutely for a time and for a season. It's great. You know what I'm saying? If you need it, if you're on hard times, if you have a low-paying job, if you have a couple of kids that you didn't plan on. I'm not saying like the kids wouldn't plan on, but you get what I mean. You got more kids than what you planned for, or you got into a situation where the lady got some kids and it's too much weight on the family. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it as for a time. But what I think what happens a lot for a lot of people, they be like, okay, it's not just for me to be helped right now. This is where it's gonna be a way of life. So I'm gonna flip these cars to get this. I'm waiting on, I'm gonna get the big IRS payment, what you call it, get tax payment because I got the children.
Tax.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I got the big income tax payment, and you living off that. So those people never get cars till what? March and April. You know what I'm saying? Because the income tax come, they get fresh, they get dumbed up. And I mean dumb, like get donned up. They start looking real good because of that. And I think
Ball out season.
Yeah, they go ball out season because it's that time. I think it shouldn't be used as a come up. It should be used to make you maintain until you come up. But you should never give up the fact that, like, okay, I can do better. You know what I'm saying? Because this shouldn't be the best for you. It's nothing to look down on anybody about that, though. You know what I mean? We can't look down and be like, yo, you wrong for having food stamps. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is it shouldn't be like a way of life forever. You know what I mean? Go ahead, bro.
It shouldn't be. But Crystal just said something about Section 8. And
I put it up.
Yeah.
Ahead, bro.
No, you go read it, bro.
She say, but programs like Section 8 will actually increase to subsidize your living expense if you lose your job. That's why people don't want to give it up. It's a safety net. Yep. Go ahead, bro.
It's a huge safety net. Think about this. I lived in these townhouses, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, real nice. And they accepted Section 8. I was paying $850. Nikki and I was paying $850 in these townhomes. And the Section 8 people was paying $75. So same house.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
Same everything, but they're not even paying a third of what we were paying to include electric and everything. And at a time, it's cool. The problem becomes when now cousins are coming over.
Yep.
Boyfriend coming over. Yep. And now your property is going down because they're using it as a way of life. And I'm not knocking. We've all been there, but you have to mature and move out of it. Yes, absolutely. I've been on Section 8 before. I understand that. Everything that we're talking about, I've done it. My family's done it. I will never knock anybody who gets on public assistance because it's just the way it is. Just like I got family members who still milking the system. It don't make it right. And Section 8 is one of those things when you live in lavish and you got this big house, why do you want to do more? So I'm going to trade in my $75 voucher. That's all I got to pay. And go get a job and have to pay the $2,300 for this house? No, because they get in nice houses on Section 8. So I understand why they do it.
D says, I watched a documentary on TV and some women fly to different states collecting assistance like a job. That's crazy. Then Ms. Max is, I've seen issues where it has been a generational curse, and some people have not been taught another way. We know better, you should do better. That's the big point, what she said. A lot of people have not been taught another way because this is the way mama and them did it. This is the way dad and them did it. This is the way grandmama and them did it, and I never seen nothing else. Like some people say, man, I'm going to die on this block. I was born on this block. I'm going to die on this block, and that's it. And they say it with pride, and some people are like, yeah, man, respect. But I think as people with opportunity, as black people, we have opportunities and we have to seize them. You know what I mean? A lot of times we get so easily relaxed, you know what I'm saying, where we just chill and rest on what we got and never keep achieving. My wife gets on me about that sometimes, man, because I got to a place financially, me and her, where I can be like, man, I'm straight. You know what I mean? I'm cool. I ain't worried about nothing, you know what I'm saying? But I think I should always be achieving till it's time to retire. Because if I ain't retirement time, I got to be achieving. I need to be going up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Miss Dingle says, your regular rent in St. Louis is amazing. My homie in Patterson just got a Section 8 and pay $1,100 for a 1-bedroom. Oh, that's crazy. $1,100.
Is that $1,100 or $11?
Yeah, maybe $11 or $1,100 ain't that great for 1 bedroom. But
I don't know. Not unless that mother like a loft or
Section
something.
8. Yeah, unless you like downtown.
Yeah.
In Patterson, where Patterson at here?
Patterson, I don't know.
Seemed like I heard of it, but I don't know.
The street Patterson, I ain't never
heard that street, but I don't know nothing about the other Patterson. But yeah, man, I think it's very important for us to never give up achieving, man. And I feel like we put so much emphasis on being able to know how to hustle a system, right? We use our mind to figure, okay, this is the new hustle. I figure out how to do this and all that. So a lot of people that feel like they're unintelligent lies. You're not unintelligent. You know what I mean? Like, if you can figure out 8,000 ways to hustle the system, you smart enough to do a job. You feel me? Oh, Patterson, New Jersey. Okay, that's different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not in St. Louis. Wifey say, shoot, let me get some of them stamps. Ching, ching.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
Toy say it sound like Cali's prices. Right.
Yeah,
ahead,
I mean,
bro.
Patterson, New Jersey makes sense now.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I'll say this, man. The other thing about Section 8, if you want to do better and you're a young lady and you desire to have a husband, let me tell you what Section 8 does do. It discourages the woman for getting a man, because once you get a man into the house, they cut your benefits off to keep you single. You know what I'm saying? To keep you single, and you can't even do it. Now, that's a whole different subject.
Yeah.
It's a whole different subject, but it's something to think about. So you can't live in the home, you know what I mean? And we're not just talking about qualifying. So it's like, why am I going to struggle? Not sure how this relationship going to work out. I'm just going to stay here. It's just so many things to discourage them from getting off the system that they don't even want to move forward with it, man. And it's unfortunate, but like Miss Mac said, it is a generational thing. Because if you brought up on the system, you brought up on the system for real.
Miss Mac says also most of this microwave generation don't even know how to cook, and I know it's more common, but not knowing how to cook, that'd be no go for me if I was single and I was out here looking, and she don't know how to cook. No.
Yeah.
And can't even make steam. Right.
That's
I
funny,
remember one time, man, I was in high school era, and I was dating this girl from my church, and she's a pretty young lady or whatever, and her little sister said, she can't even boil water. She burnt water one time. You sure you want
bad,
this?
bro.
Her little
That's
sister
bad,
told
bro.
me that. I was like, dang, she boiled water? Burn some water? How you burn water?
How you burn water?
That's real bad, man. But for real, though, man, on this subject here, man, like, hey, we want to say, once again, listen, man, we're not discouraging anybody for being on Section 8 or for having government assistance. That's not what we're getting at. It's just that, okay, once you got to a place where you don't need that, but you still pimping the system, that's the problem, what I'm saying.
Yeah. You shouldn't grow up, you know what I mean? Like, you grew up, mama was on it, then you went in your whole life. I mean, you taking Cancun trips, you taking, you know what I'm saying? You going to Atlanta, you going to Miami, and knowing good and well, like, you qualify and you're not trying to do anything to better yourself. Like, we have to do better because our kids do watch. And some people want more, some people don't. Now, if you can't do anything else, you may have a felon. I understand, you know what I mean? Because they don't want to hire felons to do certain things. And not everybody good with entrepreneurship to be able to open your business. So they qualify and they end up on the system, but they're doing it the legit way. It's certain circumstances for everybody. But if you just being lazy and sitting on your tail and it's just what we do, nah, I can't salute that.
Yeah, that's trash, man. I think that's trash. But like we said, if you got to do it, do it. You know what I'm saying? And don't be ashamed about it. Don't be ashamed about it. Ms. Max say Frontier Flights inside joke. That's what's between y'all two.
Nah, you just got to know the type of passengers Frontier and Spirit get, bro.
I flew Frontier one time, man. And I was like, man, this joint $75 New York, and then I got through paying all them extra fees. It was like a regular price. I was like, nah, you know what? I'm straight. Man. I'm straight. Yeah, Spirit be hitting different. I be seeing the people coming off them Spirit plane. And
they be full of the Spirit.
It'd be a different Spirit. Supposed to be drunk, but what be crazy, man? You see the let me see, what's the nice way to say this? The Instagram model types.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With the Birkin bags and Louis this and Louis that, and got the red bottoms on, coming off a Spirit flight. You flexing a little weird, little backwards. Why you ain't first class over here in America somewhere, or Delta or something? United or something. One of them
real
high level airlines.
Because you can't get a knockoff ticket.
Yep. This is true. Ms. Reese says the rules need to change to help hard workers instead. Hey, that's very, very good.
Hey,
that's
that
very
is
good. Sis.
that's
Very good.
There it is, right there. There it
Wifey
is
say
right
hustling
there.
is all some folks know. This is true. This
That's
is
true
true.
also.
You just got to be able to hustle different. Matter of fact, since wifey said that, I don't know this man's name. She got a friend that she helped get a home one time. He ain't gonna never see this dude named Hustle Man. If you know him, I don't know him, but a little short dude or whatever. But he had a situation, came out of a lockdown situation, we'll say, mandatory lockdown situation. But he got out there and he decided, he said, look, man, I ain't never going back. And, when you go have a lockdown situation, you have those felonies or whatever. But he decided he ain't never going back, and he figured out something to make him be able not to go back. So he came up with a business, start flipping houses or whatever. He's straight. It's how bad you want it. Me and you got a mutual friend that does a studio business that had a felony type situation, and he's doing okay. But I tell him all the time, bro, hey, you want to eat, work. You know what I mean? You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Ms. Dingle says,
definitely.
give me some food stamps, eggs, and wings cost too much. Man, wifey say she talking about them BBL girls. I was talking about them folks getting off of
it's spirit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is what it come down to, folks. Again, if you just joining us, we not on no judgmental stuff when we say this. The
Not at
bottom
all.
line is, should people be allowed to stay on public assistance as long as they qualify? No. But as long as the system allows them to do that, then they can. If that's, I guarantee you, if the system made like it was a deadline or a cutoff, then it would be something different, except for extenuating circumstances. Now, some people just need it. And for the ones who need it, then God bless them. That's what it's there for. You know what I mean? But for the ones who don't need it, but they just doing it for the sake of the hustle, then they taking away from the folks who do need it, man. And, even though we joking or whatever the case may be with the whole, let me buy them food stamps. They shouldn't be selling them, but you can still sling them this way. But go ahead.
Crispy says the system isn't set up well for those on public assistance. You can still be under the poverty line and still not qualify for public assistance.
That's
true. Crazy.
But I'm gonna tell you something that's more so in the man case. Because when I went and got emergency stamps, I think I was right out of high school. So a year out, I think I was 19, about to be 20. Bro, they gave me $75 a month. You dig what I'm saying? Like, what am I supposed to do with this with 2 kids?
Right.
But, you know what I mean? The BM, I know people don't like, if you don't know what a BM is, then figure it out. Getting all
it's not
of
a bowel movement.
You know what I'm saying? She getting racks out this mug.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then on top of that, they come after the man if the woman is on it. So it's a whole thing behind that, man. It's a whole, the way that system is set up, and it's definitely not set up for families. I'm gonna say that again. Public assistance is not set up for families. It's set up for single women, and it's crazy how that works. If you don't believe me, do your own research.
Absolutely, man. So, man, once again, to wrap this subject up, it's been a very good topic, man. Should you be allowed to stay on public assistance as long as you qualify? Yes, as long as you need it. But when it goes from need to where I'm just doing this to stay alive, then that ain't good. You know what I mean? That ain't good. $75 is 75 McChickens back in the day. Gotta thank Chris. All right, Ms. Dingle said, do you think people should report their income to the system before the renewal interview? I think so. What you think?
One word came out of your head. No, don't tell the wife for your business.
Don't tell them what I'm making. I don't need to know all my business. Be quick to say, no, don't tell them.
My fault. Let me get back to the show.
Get back in business mode. Yes, let them know. Ms. Dingle said they supposed. I mean, Ms. Mack says they supposed to every 3 to 6 months. They so
backlog. They don't be on top of that. Like, you got to think about the housing authority, different divisions, different municipalities, like different counties. Like, it's so much behind it that if you could slip through the cracks long enough, then you straight. You know what I mean?
And we got to be real, man. It's very hard to turn down money. You feel what I mean? Like, it's very, very hard. I give you an example. Like, so, it was for a moment I was on unemployment. It's a long time ago, about 12 years ago. You know what I mean? And you got to do the little thing you go look for jobs. They give you a little portal where you can look for jobs or whatever. And I ended up getting the job that I got now. Well, them checks were still coming for a minute. And, it'd be hard to, like, just turn down money. You know what I mean? Now, eventually, I'm thinking I'm good. I still had to pay that back. I had to get that straight. You know what I mean? But I understand the effect of money coming. You know what I mean? And you trying to say no is not easy, dog. It's not easy. You know what I mean? Especially, remember they had what we was getting that the government was giving out during the pandemic. What you call them?
The PPP loans, them things.
Yeah, I mean, we had the loans, and we also had where they were just giving them out.
The stimulus checks.
Yeah,
them
when nobody
stimmies, baby.
Everybody was getting them stimmies, boy, and hey, I wouldn't complain at all about them stimmies. I got a PPE too because the way my job status work, I'm straight. But I wasn't hustling, I wasn't cheating. But I can understand, like I say, I can understand what it's like, man, when that money coming in, you don't want it to stop, because you kind of set your life up the way that money is going. You definitely don't want to say no to it. Like Toy said, it's definitely ain't easy to say no to it.
Hey, stimmy season with the kids I have. Hey, boy.
stimmy. You know what I mean? Let that stimmy shimmy on over here. Hey, I think we had 3 of them joints, bro. Was it 3?
I think so.
And I
hey, like D came up with, shimmy them stimmies on over there and give a donation. D came up with that joint.
Crispy says if public transportation was better, people would have access to better jobs. There wouldn't be as big a need for public assistance. That might be. It depends on where you at. So for people in New York,
so.
Huh?
I'm talking about for his comment. I'm saying so. Go ahead and finish your thought, bro.
Yeah, I think it depends on where you at. So New York people, public transportation is great. Most people ain't got cars. Here in St. Louis, I don't know if it's bad. I mean, I see the Metro everywhere, but I never had to ride it for real. Crystal rode it a couple of times, but I ain't never really rode it I rode it to go to Cardinals game. I think me and you went to a Cardinals game. We rode it down there. That's really the only time I really rode it, so I haven't rode it too much. But I think it all depends on the area you're at. In the South, public transportation is trash, and it's not very prevalent in the South. Somewhere like Chicago, New York, it's probably better. I don't know what it's like in L.A. West Coast probably a little different, but I know in the South it's trash. In Memphis, I wouldn't dare step on no bus. No, you liable to get robbed. But it could be a problem.
That's public transportation. If it was better, I mean, I guess you got a point there in what he's saying. So like in Memphis, even here, if you go over to St. Charles, there is no public transportation. But they do that on purpose to keep what they call riffraff or unwanted guests over in their areas. Because if the bus can come there, then that means it can bring in unwanted people in that area. And crime goes up according to statistics if there's public transportation.
I have someone, Ms. Max says, I have someone who used to be a caseworker and was told some of the people will perform stunts and shows to try to keep what they get. Keep what they get. I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that. So they trying to take care of the social worker if it's a dude or if a girl or whatever, they trying to take care of them or bring them extra cake or whatever. Or let them see some cakes or something just to keep their little money. Sorry, Miss Mac. I'm just saying. All right, man. I think it's time to hold up and wait, man.
Just keep going, bro.
Move on from that one.
Hold up.
All right, this is a song by, hold on before we get started, by Zay Hill. I'm going to leave his featuring nobody. Hold on, I forgot the name of it. I mean it. Yeah, I meant it. By Zay Hill. I meant it by Zay Hill. Y'all check this out.
Bro, give me a mad lane, bro. Y'all nasty freestyle, bro.
Look, hey, if I said it, I meant it. Why can't I say that we live in the same? Why we so different? I'm a part of the mission. Man, I have to tell anybody my drink because they don't see the video and I can't really kill it.
I was there. Don't look like what? This don't look like no work.
You're just having a little fun.
What are you doing? You're not supposed to be having fun. You're supposed to be getting this place clean so I can lock up. What is you? What, you want to be a rapper when you grow up? Nothing but serving drinks with a smile for the rest of your life. You live in this building. What is you, the hype man? You make beats? That's what you do? You don't do nothing like dropping them fries in there. You live in the country. Don't nobody make it out of here. You going with them? You saying right here. You're going to be working here until you're 6. Right. Here at the Barbecue Palace, we are professional. And that's not it. You're not going to get nowhere in life with that rap. You could make it out of paper.
Yo, yo, yo. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, no, no. Hey, if I said in a minute, I cannot say that we live in the same, cause my walk be so different. I'm a part of the mission. Learn not to tell everybody my dream, cause they don't see the vision. Man, I came in the kitchen. I was back there making beats on the pots and nobody would listen. And now look how I'm living. They gonna say when I sit at the top that they knew I was different. It's okay, I done got used to the snakes. Had to deal me a garden with them in the rats. Gun on a knife, man, I promise I'm used to it all. I done had everything in my bag. Some things never change, you just get used to it. Learn how to live and react. When you ball hard, they gon' tell everybody they the ones that gave you the past. Man, I'm straight from the bottom, now I'm gon' sit at the pinnacle. I ain't in school, but I'm living the principle. Fell in love with myself, I was killing my health. I was fighting for things that weren't critical. All this pain it done made me a man. Grew my bait, now I know what I can. What I say when I walk in your plan. Got this favor, they hate who I am. I'm in the paint with the release beat. Got these cameras on me like I'm DDG. Landed like on my head in the DDT. Ain't nobody gon' stop what God do for me. Agony put me in beast mode. I'm just 24 with the beast, bro. Say you too young to feel the hate, though. Say it ain't no age for the grave, bro. If I said in a minute, I cannot say that we live in the same, cause my walk be so different. I'm a part of the mission. Learn not to tell everybody my dream, cause they don't see the vision. Man, I came for the kitchen. I was back there making beats on the pots and nobody would listen. And now look how I'm living. They gonna say when I sit at the top that they knew I was different. It's okay, I done got used to the snakes. Had to deal me a garden with them in the rats. Gun on a knife, man, I promise I'm used to it all. I done had everything in my bag. Some things never change, you just get used to it. Learn how to live and react. When you ball hard, they gon' tell everybody they the ones that gave you the pass.
Right there, hey, okay. We gonna make it. We gonna get it out of here. I said it, I mean it, dog. Yeah. I was just thinking, going over your evaluations, I decided to kick you while you're down, man. You're both fired. Fired? Get out of here. You're fired. It's my day off. Call the police. You don't talk back. You go find you another restaurant job, and that's where you don't be throwing my apron. I'm keeping the apron. Don't throw my I'm keeping the apron. It's wrong all of you. You're fired.
It sound like it.
The apron mine. I still work here. Hey, don't be mad. I mean, look on the bright side. Now you gotta walk on faith. I mean, there's no testimony without a text. You hungry? Let God bless your career for food. You late on your bills? God got you. He got your ring, your light, your electricity, your game. I don't know what you meant.
Folks be saying that stuff for real, too. That's what's funny about it.
Yeah.
I got you. But, yeah, that was Zay Hill called out Minutes. My thoughts on the video, hey, man, clean video. I like the beat. I like the way he rapped. That brother has been rapping a long time. He had a song, Toy had him on the song. I believe that was Scoreboard. He was featured on that song back in the day. This dude has done a lot of features, man, and salute to him. Salute to Zay Hill, man. I respect it. Nice video, man, and I like his style, for real. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. I just added the song to the playlist, of course.
There you go.
The video, the comments, it's hilarious. Miss Dingle said it's like the Tubi. It sounds like a Tubi movie, which it does. But the funny part is, I watch all the hood movies, so I like the video because it does remind me. It does remind me of the hood type. They took a couple of parts from Friday, you know what I mean, pops of some of the barbecue stuff. But the joint was dope, you know what I mean. I don't really think the video matched the song, but they had fun. You dig what I'm saying? And the song was dope. So that's just my opinion, but not bad at all.
All right, man. Salute to our man Zay Hill. That was our minute. Go on to our CHH segment.
CHH segment.
All right, CHH segment. Here's my question for tonight. Are the performers that seem to be satanic on award shows that or just art? So are the performances that seem to be satanic on award shows that meaning satanic, or is it just art? Mr. Davis.
First of all, Miss Mac, I am going to acknowledge you. She watched the whole Super Bowl by herself, and she got a chance to see Riri and the Marshmallows perform at halftime. So congratulations. Go ahead and give her a hand clap. So I had to show Miss Max some love because she don't do
Yeah.
sports, folks. So if you tuning
No,
in
she
and don't know what we talking about, don't worry about it. She a long
Don't worry about
time fan member of the Not the Same podcast, and she watched the Super Bowl, so that was worth the clap.
Yep.
They put all types of symbolism in our face. They put all types of rituals in our face. I will say it all just depends. Here's the thing that I don't like. Because you like an artist, you don't want to see the blatant disrespect when it comes to Last Suppers, making a mockery of stuff like that because it's a popular artist. I'm not going to name no artists on here, but if you are mocking the Last Supper, that is not tight, church folks. You dig what I'm saying? For the world, that may be tight, but that's blasphemous on how they going about doing things, and they put it in our face, and they wear the horns, and all that don't mean it's the devil. What is it then? You dig what I'm saying? Or it's just a bunch of stuff that happens, and we can go down a rabbit hole with this, but I'm a digress for a moment because my boy's about to go and let you get some.
Tor says, I believe some are, but not all. I think I think there's indirect satanic stuff and then there's direct, right?
Yes.
So when I say it's indirect, the artists themselves may not know what they're doing could lead to that, right? They may not know what they're doing is blasphemous, and they may not be doing it from a blasphemous heart. Like everybody has, all secular rappers and had a Jesus pose in some of their artwork. You know, Nas, Diddy, all of them did it. But do I believe all of them meant to mock Jesus? Maybe not.
No.
They may not recognize they're mocking Jesus because they may be thinking they're being artistic. Now, I think it was Sam, I don't know what they do, Sam something. He's a singer. And I saw just a clip of a man had like basically all red. It looked like a devil. He's a singer. It's a white singer. I can't remember his name. Sam Reed, Sam something. I can't remember the dude's name. But that was during the Grammys, and that looked real questionable. But I think overall, they may not all intentionally do it. Like I've heard some of the videographers throw stuff in that the artists don't even know nothing about. Now, I know my homeboy Cortez would never do that, but I'm saying when you're dealing with some of them, they may be into some stuff, and they toss it in there and be like, man, why is there so many triangles in this joint? You know what I mean? And if you into recognizing signs, you may think that's wrong, but the common person may not see nothing in it. Sam Smith, thank you. It was Sam Smith that had like a real blasphemous looking stuff, you know, on his Grammys performance. I'm not going to kill the dude, but I'm not sure if everybody all do that on purpose. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like sometimes it is the director that knows, you know, when you're out there in Hollywood and doing some of the stuff that they do in the industry, you may not know. I remember watching the rap show that was on Netflix, and the boy D Smoke ended up winning the whole thing. It was with Cardi B, Chance the Rapper, and T.I. And on one of the videos for the guys, the videographer turned the cross upside down. And Chance said, you have to watch some of these folks that'll do these things without your knowledge, because he flipped the cross and had it upside down while you were performing in the church. You didn't do the editing, but the editor did that. And you just have to watch certain things. So some of it is unintentional, but then some of it, man, is just like I say, it's blatant, it's in our face. And sometimes I think we feel like we have to support, maybe because they are black, or we have to support because everybody hating on them, or we have to support because we like them. We like their personality of what we see from public persona. Yeah. Even if it means compromising.
I agree kind of what Mr. G say, though. Don't you expect worldly people to be worldly? Absolutely. You know, absolutely. I do believe that. I'm not shocked by worldly people being worldly, but I think there's levels to it. That's what I mean. Levels to it. Like what Chance the Rapper said. They doing the video in the church or whatever. It's the cross is right, but then the videographer flipped that joint, and they don't even know. Then I can't just be like, yo, they trying to just spit out satanic music, because there's a lot of people that may be doing something that looks satanic that they have no idea that is that. Because if they ain't grow up around any type of spiritualism in their life, they don't know. And it's millions of people that have no idea, none. You know what I'm saying? And we may be looking like, why in the world would they do that? And we be snapping and all that. Well, you have been enlightened. There's a lot of
Yeah.
people ain't been in light.
Yeah.
A lot of people walk around here in the dark, so they don't even know what's going on. And they looking at you like, man, why is you coming at me so with all this animosity and all this anger?
Like,
And
why
like,
you
man,
judging me?
right, and then they're gonna be like, man, forget your God then. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll be like that because the way you came. So we got to always try to season our words with salt with dealing with something like that. Now, for us as the believer, you ain't gotta sit up there and watch that mess neither though. If it bothers you, turn it off.
Yeah.
Period. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
What gets me is for the ones that bother and they watch the entire show so they can dissect it. If it grieved you that much, you know
But
what I
you
mean?
watch the whole thing.
But you watch the whole thing so you can have your breakdown video.
Yeah.
Then what were you doing, man?
You remember Beyonce last project, I guess part of her thing was see-through up here, right? And I saw so many Christian videos dissecting it. I said, so you sat there and looked at that cover all that time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Tell it on yourself. We ain't did no dissection of the Beyonce thing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't did one. I ain't even heard the album personally. But I ain't gonna sit up and do a whole dissection of something that's blatantly, if she nude in the thing or somewhere you can see some stuff, why I'm gonna sit there and study it to try to help somebody else. But I'm studying. I'm finna hurt myself trying to call myself helping you. But you really stirring up mess and trying to be messy. Go ahead, bro.
With that being said, what I will say is this is where on the faith side of things, man, Christians, stop arguing about these things.
Please.
We divided over secular music. We're divided over secular things.
Yes.
And then now look, if you can stomach whatever you want to stomach and it don't grieve you when you listen to X, Y, and Z, then go for it. If you can't stomach, then stop making the excuse. Well, what's your favorite group, bro?
Maverick City Music.
Yeah.
And they did some wild stuff too. I still love their music. Go ahead.
So now you like, well, I only watch because Maverick City performed with Takeoff. I mean, with Quavo.
Right.
Stop it.
If you want to watch it, watch it.
Just watch it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to make excuses for it. And don't knock everybody. That's the part that get me. If you feel like it's satanic and you see it, then praise God he exposed it to you. Right. And keep it pushing. Right. But don't call somebody else fake, this, that, and the third, because it's not grieving them. You know what I mean? Like the Holy Spirit will check them when they get to that point.
Yeah. And then furthermore, are you their pastor? You know what I'm saying? You have authority to speak in their life. Why is you worried about what? Man, work out your own soul salvation, fam. You know what I mean? You got to deal with your own self. Like Rob, my brother, we best friends, man. But I don't tell everything, bro. Don't do that. I don't live in this house. He a grown man. You know what I'm saying? He got to deal with that himself. And furthermore, that one word know if he wrong. I ain't got to tell him. He know. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, man, like what Rob was saying, man, so many people do that. And we do that so much in this social media era. So many people say, okay, I'm exposing the devil. Like there's a call called Expose the Devil. No, it's called pastors, evangelists, teachers, prophets, you know what I'm saying, and something else, whatever it is, the helps ministry. Those fivefold ministry. It's not called Exposing the Devil. That's not like a ministry gift. Exposing the devil is a ministry gift. Although your ministry gift may expose the devil, that is not what you have been called to solely do. Is on YouTube is just expose the devil. That's not you. That is called you being messy and starting up stuff. And you get numbers for your messiness.
Yeah, you get numbers for your messiness. But this is what I will say. Don't get it twisted. We ain't up here talking about we condone and we got this cookie cutter walk that we're talking about. That ain't what I'm talking about. Because we will expose, we will hold accountable, and we'll talk about the things that you shouldn't be doing. You dig what I'm saying? But back to this question, are the performances seem to be saying some of them are. You can tell it's a ritual, especially if you are mature in the faith and God will show you something. And maybe that's God showing you like, okay, you need to stay away from that. That's gonna stunt you right there. That's gonna be a stumbling block right there. You know what I mean? And then some of it, yes, it is just art. And sometimes we look so deep for something. You see that?
Right.
What?
Right.
They blink. and they scratch their eyes. So now they got the one eye symbolism. Stop it, bro. Stop it, bro.
Thank you, Ms. Dingo. Apostles, prophets, evangelists, pastors, and teachers. Thank you. Fivefold ministry gifts. If you've been in any type of Bible school or real church, you know about those fivefold things. And one of those things is not I expose the devil on Facebook, I expose the devil on Twitter, I expose the devil on YouTube videos. Although we are on YouTube right now, we just talking. It ain't the same, and this is not our job to expose nobody. But if God told us to say something, we will say something. But like,
and there's a difference.
Just to reiterate what Rob said, but right now we just having a conversation on this here. And we sometimes, and I saw Ms. Dingle said this earlier, and I think it's very, very good. She said, believers got to stop talking so much and start praying. Everyone got something to say on social media, but don't be praying. Exactly. Bingo, bingo, bingo. Yeah. Absolutely. Because a lot of times we portray our real life as social media life, right? So this is our social media persona. So, you know, if I'm feeling good, I got to tell everybody I'm feeling good for my social media persona so everyone can know that, hey, I'm feeling good today. If I just got a new car, yeah, new whip, you know what I'm saying, do what I'm doing. If I just got a new cut, yeah, new cut, look at it. And you get so enraptured in a digital world that's literally not real. Now, we see people here. You are watching us on the digital world, but I'm saying some of the things that you see with these people, they are showing you their absolute best life. And there's a lot of young ladies and young men that are looking at that, growing up and feeling like I'm less than because I don't look like so-and-so. I'm not worth it because I'm not flexing like him. Or what's the dude, Mikey Williams, you know, the young hooper. They got all these followers, you know what I'm saying? If I'm a hooper and I ain't got as many followers as Michael Williams, I'm not doing good. Man, ain't none of that got nothing to do with nothing, man. You understand that putting on a show, period. It's a show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
It's a snap. That's why they call it Snapchat. I'm going to give you a prime example. I'm going to use me and my bro for an example. When I was in Mexico, I was sick. Every picture you see, I'm smiling. Mm-hmm. But that
boy was going through.
I was going through, but that was a moment in time. I'm not getting ready to, you know, my sister, my brother, first time in Mexico. You think I'm gonna be, I don't feel good? Nah, that wasn't for that. I'm still not feeling good, but I'm still on here smiling. And if you catch it, guess what? It's gonna seem like all is well. Mm-hmm. Stop. I'm telling you, social media. It's not reality, man. Like it's not real. It's like reality TV shows. Yep. It's scripted. You know how many pictures you take? Look, you talking to hashtag angles. You know how many pictures you take to get the right angle? You dig what I'm saying?
That's right.
Yeah. Stop it, folks.
You know, especially to our young people, man. If you watch it, man, you in your early 20s, I know you grew up with social media, and you really feel like that is real life. Like, for example, you know, my favorite team, John Moran, he's like, man, we the most hated team in the NBA. No, you not. No, you not. But everybody you see on your Twitter hates you, right? And the algorithm has figured out that the people that hate him, he's looking at. So they're going to keep feeding it. And then you start to believe that all have 1 billion people in the world that like sports hate you. That's the same thing that happens to so many young people now. They see this thing, don't recognize the algorithm is making you see more and more and more of it because it is made for that, and then you think that is the real worldview, and it's not. It's just a glimpse. It'd be like 100 folks, and you got you feeling like it's 1 million. And you know, like 100 folks.
If that. You dig what I'm saying? You only see 7% of the people anyway. We was just talking about that. As far as this go, if you are a Christian and you're in music and whatever the Lord is leading you to do as far as these shows and we see them, you know, you see it. You know what I mean? And if you see it and you recognize it, it's your choice. Either change the channel or keep watching like, man, how far are they going to go? You dig what I'm saying? Or don't watch. I can't tell you the last time I watched the Grammys. I didn't.
Me neither.
Everybody was talking about it. You want to know? Here's the funny part about the Grammys, BET Awards. I follow 95% of Christians on my feed line, and what I mean by that is artists, people within, you know, Christian social media in this space, right? I don't have to watch nothing because I'm just got to watch my timeline, and they gonna tell me everything. Did you see that? Did you see this? Check it out. Check it. I don't have to do it. You dig what I'm saying? So it kind of is. It is what it is. And I'll leave it at that, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, it is. Sometimes we just ain't got to be that deep.
You know,
ain't that deep. And
you
it,
don't.
like I say, if it offends you, don't watch it. Why
Turn
you
it
got to
off.
tell the world it offends you? Did somebody ask you, did it offend you? Why you got to tell them? You know what I mean?
Go
Like
back.
go ahead, bro.
Go back to Mr. G comment. That's what the world gonna do.
Right. Yeah, like
Why
Mr. G
we
said.
still acting shocked?
Why we acting shocked? Because the world do what it do, man. Like it, just like if I see you at work, Rob, and I walk up and be like, "Yeah, man," you be like, "Bro, how you doing?" You know what, man? I'm offended that what's his name did this. So you be like, "Bro, what? I just asked you how you was doing." Yeah, but I'm offended because of this. Did you see it? No, I ain't see it. You should be offended because that's what I'm really saying. You should be offended like me. And what's wrong with you that you're not offended like me? And you know what that comes down to? Pride.
Pride.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you think it's wrong, and everybody should think it. You should think everybody should think it's wrong because you think it's wrong. Because you know you so important.
Now, if it don't line up with the word of God,
Mm-hmm.
then it's wrong. But if it's
That's
not
right.
lining up with whoever your name, first and last name is,
Mm-hmm.
kick rocks.
What he said? What he said? All right, man. Well, we gonna get out of here, man. I wanted to have another video, man, and my downloader stopped working. So
Oh,
I
okay.
gotta find me a new son. So until that happens, you know what? After my brother get through coughing, let him know.
Have you? Hold on.
He'll be back in a second. I got you. Have you ever thought I really enjoy what these guys are doing with this podcast? How can I help support them? How can I be a blessing to them? This is how. You can hit the Cash App sign, Not the Same Podcast, or you can go to www.notthesamepodcast.com/support. Also, you can do like you see on the screen right now. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and while you subscribe, go ahead and get that notification bell. I just thought about it. We didn't say that at the beginning. We all throw it out. We ain't say nothing about hit the like. We ain't say shout out to our rebroadcasters. But, hey,
Rebroadcasters.
shout out to
Shout
all
out
our
to all y'all.
rebroadcasters. Yeah, all y'all. We remember all y'all. If you get offended by it, we shouted you out. You ain't hear
We
your
shouted
name.
you out.
Nobody heard their name tonight. One
Not
word.
tonight.
Shout
But
out
what
to
you did here is cash
Shout out.
sign, not the same podcast,
Yeah.
/support.com,
Yes, sir.
all that good stuff.
And we'll be
I'm
back
just-
to normal schedule next week. We'll be back with the Bible study on Tuesday, and then sports show on Wednesday. Got lots to talk about. I almost did it by myself, and then work got hard. And I was like, man, Chris was like, you sure you want to do that? I said, I think I could do it. And then work got busy. I said, you know what? I ain't gonna do it. I'm like, I really think I can do it. We could just talk and go back and forth. I'm like, nah, we'll wait till next week.
Got you.
Yeah. But with that being said, man, we gonna get up out of here, man. I'm C-Micah.
I'm Robert Dean.
We out, man. My brother gonna be all right, man. We out. We see y'all later.
About our Father's business.
Crime mode,
Filled with His Holy Spirit.
that's a cheat code.
Holiness the standard.
We never fold.
We about to make a scene.
Episode.
About our Father's business.